Casey Cox, KHLC Radio Network, here again with another update on this traffic accident on I-10 Westbound, July 17th. Now approximately 9:40 p.m. Now been in traffic for about 45 minutes, and we have moved a whole whopping 1 mile since we hit the traffic jam. Traffic has been a little more steady, moving at a little steadier pace. So we are moving up a little quicker toward the exit and toward the crash site. But again, only about a 5-mile-an-hour crawl right now here in between Tucson and Phoenix, closer to the Tucson metro area on I-10 westbound, heading toward the Phoenix area. Casey Cox, KHLC Radio Network, back with another update. We are moving again a little steadier at this rate, about 5 miles an hour still I-10 westbound, in between Phoenix and Tucson. Still closer to the Tucson area than we are the Phoenix area. Traffic still moving semi-slow. No pun intended, as there's a semi right in front of me. But still have yet to hear an update on the local radio station either as to what this accident is or what might have caused it. So as I get closer and can see more, again, I will come back with another update. I'm in and out as we are stopped in traffic and there's nothing really to talk about, so I shut it off for a minute and come back in. I'll be right back with another update as I either get some more information or as we move a little closer to our exit, whichever one comes first. Again, Casey Cox here, KHLC Radio Network. Thank you for tuning in to this live news and traffic report while on the road, taking a road trip. Hello, Casey Cox here, KHLC Radio Network. On the road, late in the evening. It is approximately 9 o'clock in the evening on I-10 westbound between Tucson and Phoenix, headed kind of northwest direction. The westbound lanes of traffic on I-10 westbound are currently at a screeching halt, standstill. Traffic literally at about a 3-mile-an-hour crawl when it's moving at best. And we are roughly 3.5 miles away from the site of the crash, where they have officially shut down I-10 and are starting to direct traffic either to turn around in the middle median or take the exit and take the side road as far as it'll let you before you get back on the highway at the end of the crash. Again, this is Casey Cox here, KHLC Sports Radio Network usually, but right now doing a news report for you while on the road late in the evening. It is again 9 o'clock in the evening, Mountain Standard Time in Arizona. And as you can see all around me, traffic literally stands still, stop and go. It's been this way now for about 15 minutes already. And we had heard about this crash earlier in the evening, about an hour and a half ago. So they've been working this crash probably close to 2 hours. As we get closer to the crash site and the exit, we will see exactly how bad the crash is, or if they have it all the way cleared up by the time we get there. But the way the traffic is moving, I would assume there is still law enforcement and emergency crews on scene, still working an investigation to some extent as to what is going on. and what happened. Again, I-10 known to be a very dangerous interstate that goes through the state of Arizona, north to south, east to west basically. North-south is 17, but I-10 does merge in and becomes 17 up north of Phoenix. So this is kind of a northwesterly direction that we are traveling. Again, traffic at a standstill or at a 3-mile-an-hour crawl at best. It is 9 o'clock in the evening, Mountain Standard Time, on July 16th. No, today's 17th, 16th. Today's 17th, July 17th. So, again, 9 p.m., July 17th. We are on I-10 Westbound. And there seems to have been a really bad accident that has shut down all 3 lanes of westbound traffic. But it seems like emergency crews are on the scene working the accident, directing traffic 1 or 2 lanes at a time. Very rarely are all 3 lanes of traffic moving at the same time. We will stay here and stay on scene as we work our way through the traffic toward the scene of the crash. Once we get on the side road, I might be able to get a little bit of a better view and understanding as to what happened. But right now, again, we're just trying to work our way through this traffic at a 3-mile-an-hour crawl now, pretty steadily at a crawl now. So they may have started to finally open up 1 or 2 lanes of traffic continually. They may have moved the accident scene off of the highway and are starting to work the actual investigation. Again, as I get closer and get more details as to what happened, I will let you guys know. If I can see anything, I will face the camera that way so you guys can see as well. But as you can see, traffic again at a dead standstill. And we're just kind of waiting to see what the exact nature of the accident is. About 3 miles now, 3.3 miles away from where the highway is officially shut down at. So, been in traffic now about 20 minutes. I've been on this now for about 6, and I will keep you guys up to date with the information that I have as I receive the information or as I pass the crash and can tell more about what is going on. Again, Casey Cox here, KHLC Radio Network, in between Tucson and Phoenix on I-10, headed northwest, where there seems to be a traffic accident on I-10. About 3 miles away from the crash site, or where the highway is officially shut down anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this video rolling until we get up there if I can. have the radio on, so I'll turn the radio up maybe. We can see if we get a traffic report from the radio as to what is going on here. Sit down.
At Fry's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. You can never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh and immersed.
So update, we are still stuck in traffic now. Been in traffic roughly going on 25 minutes, let's say. Still at standstill traffic all around. Lanes are moving slower and slowly, but not steadily.
You didn't notice her at first.
And this is Casey Cox, KHLC Radio Network, live bringing you this traffic accident on I10 Westbound between Phoenix and Tucson, closer to Tucson, Arizona. Okay, we are moving again now, finally, after about a 3-minute standstill.
Drunk driving can land you in serious trouble. In Arizona, there's zero tolerance for impaired driving.
Traffic does seem to be moving at a little bit of a slower clip. Again, I am on the road with the family in the car, so if you hear noises in the background, that's besides the radio, that's what you're hearing. We are on our way on a road trip on this July 17th evening, and we are running into a little bit of traffic because of a traffic accident on I-10 that shut down all 3 lanes of I-10 westbound traffic. So we'll see, we're getting a little closer and closer as we continue to inch little by little to the exit. We'll see if they force us to get off the exit or if they allow us to keep going. I almost would take a guess and say that the reason the middle and outside lane are moving so slowly is because they're merging people from the second lane to the third lane to get them off the exit for the crash. But we will see here in just a few minutes. We literally should be about 45 minutes from our destination, but with this, it is saying we are an hour and 45 minutes away from destination. So it's saying this wreck is adding an hour to our time. This must be a really bad accident for them to have to shut down the highway and have traffic creeping slowly. I don't think we've went over 5 miles an hour yet since we've been in this traffic cluster. So see if we can figure out what this wreck is about sooner than later. But says I've been on this now for doing this video now for going on 13 minutes, and we were probably in traffic a good 10 minutes before I got the live to start because service was so in and out because of all the traffic in the area. So I'll come back on the mic in just a minute and give another update here. Again, Casey Cox here, KHLC Radio Network, live in traffic on this July 17th evening on a road trip, but ran into a wreck.
Jesus. Whoa. I'm kind of shocked. I was focusing on something else in my brain and you threw me a curveball. Okay, so you have 2 boys. 12 and 7. How does this feel when you hear it? What are you going to do to combat it? Can you? I mean, I think a lot of this has to do with gaming. That's all kids do these days is gaming. They're not going outside. They're not playing. My son was visiting his cousin who he's been waiting to visit for a year, and all they did was play Switch. They played for 12 hours a day if you let them. But we try to limit screen time, force them to go outside. But I see this as an epidemic.
Maybe the parents being so hooked on their social media that they're not playing with their kids and setting that example.
Oh, maybe.
He's saying that's Matt's problem. That Matt's on his phone so much and not focused on his kids.
Maybe.
It's not just my phone. I think I smoke too much weed.
Yeah, they don't have to do anything.
I
Just
think I've been smoking too much weed, and I wonder if I'm even a present father.
Maybe it doesn't matter.
Oh my God, this got deep really quick.
Did you just play this or?
should have just stayed in that fucking lane over there. You're probably gonna end up having to get back fucking over there.
That's kind of crazy. Well, so my kids and my wife have been out of town for about a week and a half, and that's all I've been doing at home. I do hit the gym, but then it's like just weed all day. And I'm like, what am I doing with my life? And I'm not FaceTiming my kids to say goodnight because I'm just like focusing on getting high and all this stuff, and then I'm starting to think like, is that bad? Am I not being present? You know what I mean?
Oh, that would drive me crazy.
I feel like CPS.
So
Oh my God.
we're back here again with another update. Still stuck in traffic. Traffic still at a standstill. And when it's moving no more than 3 miles an hour. My name is Casey Cox, KHLC Radio Network. We're trying to get toward this exit so we can get a real view of what this crash is about and give you guys a little bit of a glimpse of what might have happened. We're back on the move. A 3 mile an hour crawl still, but it is officially 9:25 and we are steadily moving. So, looks to be the traffic getting just a tad bit better as we're getting closer and closer to the shutdown, which leads me to believe they are directing traffic off of the highway. We have still yet to hear a traffic report on the radio as to what happened, so I can let people know. I do keep going off mic for a minute to see if I can hear a traffic report on the radio without getting any copywriting on this channel. So again, I'm Casey Cox, KHLC Radio Network, giving you a live traffic report. I'll be right back on the mic in just a few minutes with another update. Casey Cox here, KHLC Radio Network, with another update on the traffic accident or whatever it is that has the highway shut down. Westbound I-10 between Tucson and Phoenix, Arizona. We are now about 2 miles away from our exit that we're going to take to hopefully detour around this cluster. But if we are not able to detour around, we will try to figure out what stopped traffic and give you another update as soon as we can. Again, as far as we know, so far it seems to be a wreck, but we have not heard anything on the local news stations or radio stations as to what the report is. So we are in the dark at this point. All we know is that traffic is at a standstill or barely moving, and a trip that should be taking us roughly 45 minutes to make has now already taken us closer to an hour, with still about an hour and 15 minutes of travel to go. So I'll be right back with more updates when I get them. KHLC Radio Network. KHLC Radio Network here, Casey Cox. And it looks like part of this scene here had to do with something very major in the road. Oh, there's a vehicle. A vehicle overturned. And a truck. Oh, yep, truck.
Oh, fire.
Vehicle overturned, fire there. Yeah, that is going to probably be a fatality accident. And that is what caused the major backup on I-10 West, just to the north of Tucson by about 20 minutes. So I-10 westbound to Tucson, or from Tucson to Phoenix, was closed down for quite a while. It looked like there was a 2-vehicle accident with a fatality and a fire. There was a coroner van, it did look like, that was there on the scene, and it looked like a sheet, didn't it, that was over something sitting on the side of the road. So looked like possibly a body. But that was what the major accident was, and that's going to wrap it up for me. Stay tuned to KHLC Radio Network for more traffic and news reports.